Alrighty. I might sound like a crazy person if you're a secret Santa. If you're a secret Santa Claus, I might sound like a little bit of a crazy person to y'all. We um we had a great dinner today. Um okay, what was I gonna say? Okay, so today was a big day for me. Today we filled in 1D. Okay, there it is, 1D, 1D. Okay, how many alien people didn't talk to me growing up, didn't talk about me growing up? All right. Why are we in this position, Alyssa? They just asked me a question, didn't they? At a conference. Okay. Mr. Stephen Greer, can you say my name, please? Did I say that out loud? Has Stephen Greer said my name once? Okay. Ryan says it every year. Aaron said it. Gigi said it. Victor's probably said it. Um, I don't remember him saying it, but he's probably said it. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Go through the friend list. You know, if I have no friends, then it goes into Zombieville immediately. So that's fun. Um, then I'll probably get 5D Father immediately if that happens. Because I have a scene in my head and he's driving me in the truck, like Last of Us, okay? And he's driving me in the truck. And I saw Brandon obviously, but it's Colin too. They're gonna start switching back and forth if that happens. Are we clear? Sedona older generation. So they've been trying to marry me for 20 years. I'm pretty sure my age group is not the problem. Okay? All right. So I mean, if I'm driving around running from zombies, that's a different zombie apocalypse than our previously described zombie apocalypse. Um, what I saw last night was the multiverse. I saw the honeycomb, which Ryan talked about before, the honeycomb of universes. And I kept like going into my real life and then popping out and looking at the multiverse. And then going into my real life, texting Hayden, and then popping out and going and looking at the multiverse. And I'm not sure exactly what I was doing, but obviously there was some technical thing I was looking at. And it was like there was two versions of it. One was like a yellow glow, a gold glow, and one was like a silvery blue glow. Um, but I guess I couldn't hold the state texting Hayden in my life, and so I kept popping out um, of my suit and looking at the big picture of all the universes, and it was freaking me out because I was like, oh my god, there's so many goddamn universes. I get overwhelmed when I look at all the universes and like literally everything. I get overwhelmed every time. That's why I try to focus on like a tiny little map, because it's like, start here. Let's try to get it right here, and then we can explore other universes. If you can't get it right here, there's no reason to explore the multiverse like that, okay? Multiverse of madness. Um, but yeah, so that was last night's dream, and I was clothes shopping to look like for cute outfits to wear for my husband, who was Hayden in the dream, Hayden Christensen. And I bought like a gray t-shirt and like this cute little gray ruffle skirt um as like a cute outfit to wear for him. So that's what we're investigating right now, is my marriage to Hayden and my wedding to Hayden, because I told you they all went crazy. I got a glimpse of them all starting to go crazy at my wedding, and I was literally in the audience with an old version of Hayden, like a very old version of Hayden, watching myself get married. Um, we were at the party afterwards, the reception. That was the part I saw. So and then Hayden started eating the wedding. That means getting the downloads from the wedding and like what went on when I say that. And and um so the wedding didn't go as planned, obviously. There was a lot of speeches at the wedding that humiliated us or were trying to humiliate us. Um, People were still sticking up for themselves at the wedding. Um, if we went through with it, they were going to stick up for themselves, they said, and they stuck up for themselves. And all my friends were at the wedding, all of the Avengers and everything. And they all laughed hysterically at the people trying to humiliate us. Uh, so we're investigating that further as to why that happened or what was going on there. And this is why I called my father, who I call my father, Colin, um, because we knew we needed help last year, and now we're catching up to ourselves as to why we needed help. And if people are humiliating us at our own wedding, that would imply that we need help. And that's why I called Colin, my father. And that's why I'm now marrying Colin, who obviously is a man that's not related to me in this universe, and he's not my actual blood father or blood relative, but he is my alien counterpart, my alien equal. I have to over explain that for some reason, even though we all get it, right? So, and we were already married, and I already talked about that. We had a timeline where we were married in our 20s, I think, on this timeline. It's just like, oh, like, Colin's hot girlfriend or whatever, and then they got married, and like, I guess everyone in the shadows talked in telepathy and like, oh, that's her alien father, da 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 da. So I don't know why I have to over explain this right now, but there you go. I'm over explaining it, right? Okay, so I think that would mean we're switching timelines if my birth certificate changes. That's what it means. Okay, so It was a big day today. People are still fighting back. The general public is still fighting back, and we've been warning you guys to not fight back and to just give the princess her castle, because the more you fight back, the quicker we fall to 1D. And uh, I am the one molecule, and so if the one molecule falls to the first dimension, that means that 1D is filling in as a whole. That would be the entire globe. So if I fall to 1D, the whole globe falls to 1D, okay? Because everything radiates out from the one molecule. And I'll keep reminding you until you get it. And so my 1D self filled in today, and I'll show you my 1D self. Okay. So this is my 1D self. And that is the guy that's in Last of Us, that's tied up to a chair, and my face filled in pretty solidly when I looked in the mirror today to look exactly like his face. So that would be my 1D version filling in. I happen to be a woman right now. Right now he's a man, but if we fill in, it'll be me in 1D. It'll be this Alyssa in 1D, okay? And I'll probably look younger because space will have to fill in 1D because it's a scary place. This Last of Us seemed like a kind place. So space started filling in 1D last year. Started with Aaron. Aaron would qualify to be my 1D husband. So if I end up marrying Aaron, okay, then we will most likely fall to 1D in the entire earth because life has nothing to do with money or riches. It has to do with the one molecule. Okay, so again, this is not a multiple choice test, or this is not a majority rules. This is not a vote. This is not a democracy going to a vote. Well, we all voted for Aaron, so we want her to marry Aaron. It doesn't work like that. It's my will, and there's one will. And if I want to marry Colin, then who's my alien father right now, and it has nothing to do with his planet Earth self. Okay, so that probably makes sense to humans. Then that's my will, and that's who I want to be handed over to. And this is not multiple choice. Okay. um, okay, so yeah. So 1D is filling in right now, and right now it looks like Aaron's coming to pick me up, so it looks like I would be going in that direction. And I'm telling you guys, it's not a multiple choice test. So yeah. And then I saw Ryan's 1D self fill in too. He filled in to the guy. I'll show you him. I'll show you Ryan's 1D self. Why not? Dun, dun, dun. Excuse me. I have all these fan casts of him. So here's Ryan's 1D self. He also looks kind of younger. He looks thinner, but I think we're all going to be thinner if we go to 1D. There's Ryan's 1D self. His name is Jordan from The Last of Us 2, and I saw him fill in when I was just watching him right now. What do you know? He still has a ball cap on. Okay, are we shapeshifters? Um, yeah. So doesn't look like him there. Different angles. Okay. So I hate myself for saying this, but I feel like she should marry Aaron Dowdy. That's my you. And she's obviously overlaying, and she said she's going to work on my fairy hair to fill in my fairy hair to help prove that 3D is not real, because she has busting 3D codes, and she's pretty in line, so I don't think we have to like force her to give any codes back or anything like that. I know I'm a nice person. I know I'm a nice person, Sarah. But that's sort of how the game works, okay? If they're in line, that means they're using their codes for me. So they're allowed to use their codes for me, Sarah. Yeah. So Aaron does look a lot like Travis Fimmel. What do you know? Okay, I haven't seen me marry Aaron yet. I haven't had a dream about marrying Aaron yet or anything like that. So, oh wait, yes I did. But I didn't have a dream about it. I just saw us running to the altar like we didn't have any time to spare. And then I saw Jumanji chasing us to the altar. I mean, that wouldn't correlate to 1D at all. Being rushed to the altar to get married before we fall to 1D. Um, I mean, that seems like a really chill, relaxed wedding. Um, so, yeah. Because it's not multiple choice, so why am I even saying this? Why am I even having to say this, right? Like, why am I even having to go on this wild goose chase and, like, test my friends like this? Why do we do the things we do? We don't know, right? Why do we post on social media for 1 million views? I have no clue. I'm completely clueless as to how this game works or how my energy is used against me. No idea, right? So, yeah. I mean, you guys can help me clear me and Hayden's wedding if you want. Like, it seems like so inappropriate to talk about anything else but like Colin Farrell right now. Hand me over to my father, Colin Farrell. You know, I've said it 1 million times. I said it today, and he popped right into my suit. So he immediately heard me and like popped right into me, and like he's shapeshifting on TV. Like I watched him shapeshift on TV into other people, but like I'm still here, and like everybody's still clueless about aliens, even though you talk about aliens when you go out to dinner. It's like maddening. It's so much cognitive dissonance. It's so crazy. I guess I feel like a lot of disappointment in my hotel room right now. Okay, I'm like channeling myself in my hotel room, and I'm feeling like so much disappointment that I'm going through this. So I'm not feeling very hopeful. Just let me say it because it sounds like a bleak future, and I've lost my hope in humanity before, and here I am losing my hope in humanity again. Um, why would you force us to be doing this in the first place? We've done this before, and we obviously knew what was happening the whole time. And I saw the money go on top of the pyramid. Okay, so that's me, the one molecule. So if you like, money equals the one molecule now. So that's like a new equation. Um, uh, am I being forced to move to Sedona? Like, I checked Europe and that didn't seem to go well for Sedona. I obviously love Alex and Ryan. We're obviously all mutuals. We obviously all get along with each other. Like, we obviously want to take care of each other. But it's like, this is such a forced thing. We've been forced for the last 10 years to basically get along with each other leading up to this point. There's a lot of uncomfortableness in it because we obviously know what it equals. And, if I keep slipping down the time tunnel, um, it's a major blast off. My dad said that we just needed a break in the technology, we needed a break in the energy, and that's why there's this lull. So, because everybody's like, where's the space codes? Where's the space codes? And my dad's like, we just needed a break in the energy, okay? Because it gets gnarly really fast. And then as soon as it comes on, we're like freaking out and like wanting it to turn off. And it's like, there's an easy solution, and we're all being forced to go to jobs every day, when there's nothing out there. And who's going to be the strong one to break the cycle? Who's going to be the strong one to join me and help me? That is basically what I'm asking. And basically, the worst case scenario is what I'm seeing taking place. And it's putting me in a lot of discomfort to like have to even think about this or do this, since everyone literally talks about me and knows who the fuck I am, you know? And it's just like, am I talking about the worst case scenario so that hopefully it'll go more in a positive scenario? Maybe. I don't know. But, um, last year wasn't that uncomfortable um, at work, and there's a lot of good people there. And so I'm hoping it goes back in that direction where, when I'm surrounded by my friends, but this kind of hit us sideways, right? So, um, yeah. Jumanji, yay, that's our favorite game, right?